We are now live. Going to get set up in Discord, and then we can get the show on the road. Does the audio sound good?
Does the audio sound good?
Yes, it does. Okay, cool. There's step one. Now let's get this in Discord. In the meantime, let's take a look at the playoff picture. Only 2 games today, since we're in the conference championship week, of course. Would you guys rather start with the Colts Diablos or Caps Bucks? All right, there we go. What's good, Football Wiz? What's good, Jack? Stop doing your Texans rebuild to watch this W. Well, that is quite the W. Colts, Diablos. Wow, I thought you guys would say the other game. But we get to start with Phil and Eddie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these two have never played a playoff game. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. That would be us, right? Yeah, we're the 2 seed. Or we're the 1 seed, so we would be 2. I can't count, apparently. How much better are we than them? I didn't realize we were at 95. Holy smokes. I knew we were good, but jeez, I did not realize we were 95. Yeah, we don't have any fun combos. So we can just hop right in. How's everybody today? I'm doing good. How about you guys? Meep. Meep, meep. Why are we watching Colts Diablos first? Because that's what people wanted. Maryland is cooking. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. But I'm curious to see how they do against tougher teams. Because, I mean, Maryland's looked good to start the year, but should we trust them yet? I don't know. Although Talia looks like the real deal. Not better than Studkowski, of course. Studkowski is the best quarterback in the Big Ten. He should legally change his name to Studkowski. Like, come on, dude. It's practically in the name. So, of course, as we said last week, both the Colts and the Ravens would be headed to Cancun today. Andy Morrison is currently lounging on a beach. He's got his feet up. He is just watching the waves. He's having a good day. The Colts have to play a football game. So who's the real winner? Clemson is losing. I don't know how Clemson's losing that game. That offensive line is... Ugh. Get DJ some help, damn it. What's good, Panda Man? Welcome in. Traded away Deshaun Watson for a lot of picks. Bradley Chubb. Would that be a fantasy draft? Because how are you getting Bradley Chubb and Levante David in the same trade? Clemson scored a touchdown. Was it DJ? It probably was DJ. Was it a 40-yard bomb down the field, a perfect sideline pass for Justin Ross? There's a strike over to, what's-his-face? Tyrone Gordon. Multiple trades together. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Ah, it was Shipley, the running back. Okay. I would have thought it would have been the most talented quarterback in the country, no? I still believe that's true, even though he's not obviously lived up to expectations. I still think he's the most talented quarterback in the country. Who would be second? I don't know. That's a good question.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The passing attack is looking awfully good so far. I mean, there's a reason why we picked Phil Chippendale #1 over Eddie Small. Who's been the better quarterback in their pro career? Probably Eddie. Although it's close, I would probably give the nod to Edward Tiny. That doesn't flow off the tongue like Eddie Small does. Chuma Idoga is hurt. That's not ideal. We are definitely in Harrison Butker field goal range, so as long as Phil does not completely screw up, we'll be fine. And he completely screwed up! Sacked on the play by Waters. So really the one thing we could not have happened. And we're going to punt. That's probably the right call. Willis or Young. I had both of those names in my head. I think you could probably throw Spencer Rattler in there as well. But I think those guys are all second in command to DJ. And even though he hasn't played a snap, I mean, if we're just talking about pure talent, I mean, Quinn Ewers has to be awfully high in that discussion, no? I mean, if we're talking about pure talent and pure potential alone, I mean, he's got to be right at the top of that list. Big run to the outside for Nyheim Hines. The Colts could have two of us at running back, and their rushing attack would still be good. How that makes sense, I don't really know. But even without backup running backs in the watch games, have all played really well. Crazy how fast the Willis bandwagon has grown. I mean, we built it up from the ground. Okay, I guess we didn't build it up, but we were there before everyone else thought it was cool. And now, as of now, he's probably QB1. Although not by a wide margin, and that could certainly change before April. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But as of right now, he's probably QB1. I don't know if I'd use the #1 pick on him. But as of now, like, if the Lions had the #1 pick and did pick him, I can't really say I'd be that upset. Eddie's first pass is incomplete. They'll probably punt it. Yeah, I mean, it is 4th and 2, so you could think about, you know, going for it. But this is probably the right call. There's no reason to be too risky. Chip drops back to throw. Now he has time. Chippendale going to launch a bomb deep downfield, and it is caught by Juju Smith-Schuster for a gain of 56. Oh, what a dot by Phil. Oh, the Colts are going to challenge it. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. I mean, I thought he was in real time, but that was awfully close. What? No. I don't think he's in. What? Oh, yeah, no. He's not in. Well, that's unfortunate. That was still a good throw, but the big play is going to be reversed. Yep, that's probably the right call. I can't really argue against it. 2022 is going to be so fun when Ewers starts. What's going to happen to Stroud? Is he going to transfer? I guess Stroud and McCourt are both going to transfer. Do they, like, not realize that Ewers is going to be the guy? Oh, dear, it's picked. Greedy Williams with a one-hander last week gets one here. So we just had the ball at the Colts 25, or at least we were supposed to, and now we turn the ball over. Although I will say Phil has been awfully aggressive, and I like that. Hasn't worked yet, but I like it. That's going to be a face mask. That was a late flag. Why do I have a weird feeling the Colts are going to win this game? I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that we're not going to win. Ewers is an 18-year-old who's supposed to be in high school. That's true. But, I mean, Stroud and McCord kind of have to realize that he's sort of Ohio State's guy. Like, unless one of those two, like, completely lights the world on fire. And even so, Jake Fromm did as a freshman. Georgia picked him, and they regretted it. So even if one of those guys does completely dominate the rest of the year, they still might pick Ewers, which might not even be that bad of a choice. Is the Diablos the team I manage? Yes. My team is the Diablos. We have one ring this year, which was like 3 seasons ago, I think. Right? Yeah, that'd be 3 seasons ago. And we've not gotten this far since. So, hopefully you can win the game. But if we do lose, I won't really be that upset, because Eddie Small is my boy. I've been a fan of him since he was on the Raiders, and I knew he was going to be really good. And I was right. So I'm happy to see him succeed. And if we don't win this game, I probably would root for the Colts in the OFL Bowl. And Apple deserves a ring as a coach, because he's been here a while. He's been close twice. I did not mean to press circle. They're having trouble punching it in, though. Third and goal, back to the fullback. I guess that's Adam Troutman. So the Colts do strike first off of a Greedy Williams interception. Imagine if Stroud transfers to Maryland once Talia goes in the first round of the draft. Yeah, I don't think either of those things are going to happen, buddy. Why is it going back? Ohio State needs to learn from Georgia with Fromm and Fields. Auburn with... Well, Auburn's, I feel like, was a little bit different. Because weren't they both in the same recruiting class? Like, Malik Willis was not some elite prospect like Justin Fields or Quinn Ewers. So I give Auburn a little bit of slack, although obviously that decision has proven to be wrong. Like, I get it. Malik Willis was not some elite generational QB prospect out of high school. Whereas, I mean, in the past decade, you could argue that the 2 best quarterback prospects coming out of high school are Justin Fields and Quinn Ewers. I mean, even if they're not the top 2, they're certainly probably in the top 5. Those guys, Trevor Lawrence, probably a few others. Talia for Heisman. Yeah, I disagree. Why shouldn't Talia go in the first round? Because isn't he small? Yeah, he's 5'11". And he's only proven himself through, what, 3 games? So that's not really a first rounder yet. Yeah, 5'11", 205. That's not great, and he wasn't great last year. I mean, he wasn't awful last year, but... I mean, he could be a pro prospect, but... I don't know. I just don't think he is as of now. Ooh, look at Gordo with a nice move down the quarter. Oh, hey, look at us. We got the ball first. So, you guys will open up with it in the second half. Talia's going in the first round of the XFL draft. Yep. Quarter number 1 in the books. The Colts are looking good. They lead 7-0, although they barely had the ball. I like what I've seen from the offense, even though Chip did throw a pick. The offense has been aggressive, and I like it, but I do want to see the run game get a little bit more involved. Heisman frontrunner for you is Bryce Young. I would probably agree with that. I would say that's more so because there isn't really anybody else who deserves it yet, and Bryce Young has obviously been fantastic. It's kind of like a couple years ago when Kyler Murray won it. It felt like Tua was the frontrunner for most of the year. I thought Tua deserved it that year, to be honest. Although it was close. That was the year of Tua, Kyler, and Dwayne Haskins, I think, is the top 3. And then Kyler just kind of busted on the scene late. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again this year. Although Bryce Young is probably a better player than Tua. I could say that pretty comfortably. Your first OFL season is not going to be a success if there's one thing you suck at in sports games, it's drafting. But since it's going to be a fantasy draft, I mean, you're going to know everybody's rating right away. So as long as you have like a good set strategy, you'll probably be fine. As long as you don't draft like Boomy did. Although Boomy knows what he's doing now. But during the fantasy draft, not so much. Did you get a pick? Yeah, Greedy Williams got it. He used 2 hands this time, though, unfortunately. But he still made a play. 6 carries, 7 yards. I mean, at least we're trying to run the ball. Not that it's working. 3rd and goal. Chip. Incomplete. That was not an awful throw for Travis Kelce. I think that was Billy Costigan, though, who deflected it away. So we're going to have to settle for a field goal. Okay, and we're on the board. You suck at... I mean, fantasy drafts aren't that hard. As long as you... Like, if you draft young, as long as you draft for good enough value, you'll probably be fine. It seems, like, intimidating, but it's not. As long as you come in a little bit prepared, then you'll probably be good. Let's see a possible full drive from Eddie. I think he's only thrown the ball like 3 times. He really has not had to do too much. Kind of like last week. The Colts didn't really ask a ton of Eddie. And I think the Colts situation is an awfully good one because they have an MVP level quarterback, but they don't need him to play like an MVP every week. Good sack, though, by Xavier. Slap him cheeks. But as I was trying to say, the great thing about the Colts is they have an MVP quarterback at their disposal, but they don't need him to play like an MVP every game. He doesn't have to put the team on his back. So I would say as of now, they're probably my pick to win the OFL Bowl. Although, obviously, I'd love to see us do it, and the Caps are a great team. And who knows about the Bucs? They surprised us a couple seasons ago, so they could do it again. But I would personally think the Colts are the front runner, for me. Another nice throw from Chip. Nice blocking.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Okay, nice play over to Juju. That'll be a first down. Come on, D. Work!
That's good. 4A.
Ooh, there's some good run blocking. When we give Dalvin Cook blocks, he actually does something. I know, crazy.
That's good. 4A.
Don't know if you want to root for in the NFC Championship because you want to laugh at Jax for losing again. But Bucs actually don't even have a coach because their coach left during the middle of the season. So they wouldn't even be an inactive team who wins. They'd be a CPU team who wins. Which, would we rather an inactive coach win or a CPU team win? I mean, I don't think the Bucs are going to win it. Their team just is not as good as the one that won the OFL Bowl a couple years ago. So I'd be surprised if they beat the Caps, although it's definitely possible. Is it too late to be... I mean, at this point, yes, because since we're in the conference championship, I mean, there's not really a point to give them a new coach because it's not like the new coach would do anything.
Intended for number 86.
That'd be an even more of a Mickey Mouse reign than Naruto's last year. And that says something. That's not going to be a first... Oh, we might have got it! Nope. There is a correct call on this play and an incorrect call. I think they're going to get it wrong. Oh my gosh, we're actually going for it! Yes! I didn't think we would! This is the absolute right call. You got to go for it. And it pays off. Sensei Wu with the first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Did the Bucs beat you guys in a wild card game a few years ago? I don't remember that. Maybe they did. Oh, what a strike for Tyrone Gordon, who's had an incredible first half. He's been better than Juju today. Wish I had DBs. I mean, Greedy's good. I don't know about anyone else, but Greedy's good. What is their review? He was in. I shall unretire and become the coach of the Bucs. Oh, he's 1,000% in. Yeah, that's clear as day. Come on, he's in. Okay, good. Just check the Bucks and the Saints upset us. I don't remember either of those. I know you guys lost to the Bulldogs in the playoffs one year. I remember that. That was back when you guys could not beat the Bulldogs to save your lives. But I don't remember the Bucks or the Saints doing it. Jax's team is the Caps, who will be playing in the NFC Championship against Tampa Bay. The Caps made the OFL Bowl last year and lost to the Cougars. I just watched an Apple Call. You guys are down by 3, and you started the ball. I wouldn't call this some collapse. Unless the offensive line plays like that and lets Myles Garrett just throw around Eddie like that. He made Eddie look like a toy on that play. The Colts are chewing clock now. Why? I get that it's 2nd and 21. The former Diablo, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 3rd and 10, and they're just going to run the ball. Why would you call a timeout and then run it? I mean, that's EA clock management in a nutshell. Glad I'm not going to get Cougar dominated once again. Oh, that's a nice kick. Do they have Dalton Risner there, punter?
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Myles Garrett, the future player. You mean former? Because you ain't getting him back, bud. What'll happen when you get the 32nd pick of the fantasy draft? What's going to happen then?
Complete to Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
At least I'm not going to get Cougar dominated. That's true. Why would we throw an out route when there's no time left? What's the purpose of that? To pad stats? That's literally the only reason. The only reason to throw an out route with no time left is to pad stats. The Colts have 5 passing yards. I mean, in their defense, they barely have the ball, and when they haven't really thrown it. Eddie's probably thrown the ball about 4 times in this game. I mean, it ain't his fault. Although Phil has been the better quarterback today. Hope you don't get the last pick, but I mean, it is a snake draft, keep in mind, so whoever gets the last pick gets the first pick of the next round. Can we not see highlights? We already saw the entire first half. We don't need to see the Phil bomb that was overturned, although that was a sick throw. Oh, god damn it. It's the glitch again. So now we can't go back, so we have to hope that this game doesn't turn into a sim, which it probably won't. Oh, okay, never mind. The glitch is fine. So how many times has Eddie thrown the ball? Even better, he's thrown it 4 times for 24 yards. Jeez. You want the 10th pick? That's always the range that I've usually liked getting in order to get Myles Garrett. But I kind of want a later pick this time. Like, not 32, but maybe like 23. I think that'd be kind of cool. Who would I get? I have not thought about my drafting strategy at all. Other than, I mean, we're all probably going to draft young. But that's not really a strategy. That's just like, we're all going to do it. For the most part, unless we have a reason not to. Picking Tim Tebow for... Oh, yeah, Tim Tebow's in the game. That's right. Who's going to pick Tim Tebow 10 rounds early? But, like, I have no idea who I want with any of my picks. I mean, I want young guys, but I don't know who specifically. If I get a high pick, I feel like I kind of have to pick Trevor Lawrence just because of, like, the hair memes. Like, I don't really... If Trevor Lawrence is on the board, I feel like I'm obligated to pick him. Even if that's probably not the best pick I can make, I mean, it's kind of too perfect. I don't think I would have a choice. Imagine not drafting from a first pick before. Yeah, imagine not having the last pick of the second round before. Hey, Eddie's 6 for 9. Nice. Get the goofball. No, I'm not touching the goofball. I have a general idea of what I would do at quarterback. I'll say that. Actually, not really. It depends on what pick I have. Because if I have a top pick, I might not have a choice. I might have to pick one of the elite guys or Trevor. But if we're picking in like the 20s and all the good ones are gone, I mean, I'm not touching goofball. Unless he's there in like the 30th round, which we're not even doing the 30th round. Yeah, we only do 25. Got Kenny Clark with that pick. I mean, every second round pick should be good, to be fair. You know exactly who you want, and his name rhymes with Dustin Fields. If it's not him, I'd be shocked. You want Herbie? Thanks for telling me, Apple. I'm just going to write that down real quick. Herbie only a star, though, keep in mind. He shouldn't. He should have at least superstar, but... First and goal. Can Indy take the lead? They will. It's Mentor again. He scored the first time, didn't he? I think he did. So the Colts are going to take the lead with 4:17 to go in the third. This game's going to come down to the finish. I still don't have a very good feeling about it. I just don't. I don't know. I just feel like this is a Colts here. I just have a sinking feeling. Love Justin Fields, but you want to draft your own. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. I should have thought of that as a possibility, but I figured you meant for the fantasy draft, and if you have a guy you're targeting, I had a feeling it'd be him. Because people can't really say, ooh, I really want Mahomes, I really want Lamar Jackson, I really want Josh Allen, because they're all going to be gone within the top, like, 5 or 10 picks. So chances are you won't even get the chance to get them. I wonder which of the rookie quarterbacks is going to be the best. I feel like Trey Lance could be like Jordan Love this year. Because, I mean, of the first-round rookie quarterbacks from last year's draft, I mean, Jordan Love is arguably the best. I mean, Joe Burrow's close. But Jordan Love has been consistently good, like, every year. Whereas Burrow hasn't, Tua hasn't, Herbert's been bleh. Most second-round picks aren't 99 with X Factor either. I mean, that's true. Don't want Allen because he's trashing the sim. I mean, now that you say that, he never really does all that well. You're actually kind of right. I never thought about that. Well, I guess you're kind of right. Well, I guess I'm not getting Josh Allen this year. Maybe I'll get the other Josh Allen. Yeah, Tua was that last year? I think that was last year where Tua was like outstanding. I think I might have voted him like second in MVP. He was really good, but other than that, I mean, this year he was all right. But other than last year, he hasn't been all that special. Herbert's never had a great season. And then Burrow's had a couple really good years, including the MVP. But Jordan Love, I feel like, has been the only one who's been, like, consistent. We need an Eddie Small in OFL 22. I mean, we'll probably have a lot of Eddie Smalls and Smirnovs and Chippendales. My prediction is Lance, Lawrence, Fields, Wilson, and Jones. I feel like that would make sense. It would make sense to have Mac Jones in last, but I don't know. I mean, Mac Jones is probably the least mobile of that group. His arm is the least strongest. But, I mean, that would make sense as a guess, but I don't know. Madden could be weird like that. Remember when I drafted Drew Lock and I got him to the Pro Bowl, I think? That, what playbook do I use? I think I used the Saints. It's one of those super pass-heavy ones. I wonder what round Mac Jones is going to go, because he only has normal dev. The other quarterbacks I know go early, especially Trevor, but the other ones do too. Trey Lance would probably be the second one off the board, because he has superstar, and Wilson and Fields only have star. So Trey Lance would probably be the second rookie quarterback off the board. Could see him being really bad or really good. I mean, it depends how much he develops, which with that normal dev, I don't know. Good run, Dalvin. Auburn is losing. How is Auburn losing? I guess because they have Bo Nix on their team. That's probably why. At least they're not playing Vanderbilt. How much time is left in the Clemson game? Are they actually going to pull off a loss? Poor DJ, man. He cannot carry that team because they suck. 14-14, a minute left. NC State has it at Clemson 30. Wow. Ooh, nice touchdown for Dalvin. Oh, my Lord. Baylor's beating Iowa State with 30 seconds left. What? Iowa State has it in field goal range, but what? According to ESPN, Iowa State just scored, but they got flagged. Iowa State, why are they not that good? They brought a large chunk of their core back. Thank goodness we didn't hire their coach, because we were like super linked to him. We got the better Campbell. Oh, Iowa State just scored. There you go. Still says Baylor has a 75% chance to win. That doesn't make sense. Jones could be someone who gets picked to play backup. I feel like that would make sense if it was real life, but in Madden, you're just best off starting your rookie quarterback. I'm going to have dev trait regression off, so even if someone has a really bad year, they won't go down because dev regression is broken, and Mac Jones is normal anyway. He says, haha, F you, Dabo. Yeah, if you draft a rookie quarterback, they should probably start. So that's what Jackson's going to do when he picks Kellen Mond in the 5th round. Eddie Small with a dart right into the hands of the defense. I'm pretty sure that's Devin White with the interception. Uh-oh. He is in the zone. Yeah, that was a bad pass. Don't see that from Eddie too often. Now the Colts are in a little bit of trouble. Picking a quarterback in the 2nd. That's oddly specific. What if there's no one good? Then it's going to be Kellen Mond. So who's a quarterback I love and who has a 99.9% chance of not playing well enough to have me not replace him? His name rhymes with Dustin Fields. What could I say? Congrats on the win. I mean, we got stopped. We're only going to have to kick a field goal, so this game is not over. The Colts have arguably the best quarterback in the league. They have not needed to unleash him yet, but now they kind of have to. If the defender makes contact, it's PI apparently. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it works. It's not Justin Fields. But all those things, all those requirements, they do kind of fit him. Just saying. Eddie gets it to Hawkinson. When is the draft? Well, the scouting update, I think, is probably going to be mid-October? And since we'll be done with OFL 21, we're probably not going to start the draft too long after the scouting update comes. So obviously I'll have to set the league up. The reason why I can't do the draft is because I can't set the league up because the scouting update isn't intact. So whenever that comes out, I'll set the league up in the game. And then the draft will probably be like the earliest, like, I would say the earliest weekend, but I don't even know about that. Well, we'll figure it out. Since when did Fields fit the second requirement of not playing well? Well, I mean, of not playing well enough. Okay. He's talking about Dwayne Haskins. I mean, Haskins is kind of good at Madison, as shown by OFL 21, where he really should have gotten more of a shot. How do you guys not know this? Well, I mean, you said you were going to draft someone. Are you referring to said drafted player who's fake? Or are you referring to a real quarterback whose name rhymes with Glacier Payfield? Who have I drafted? Oh! Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. The Colts should probably try to take some time off the clock. Actually, maybe they shouldn't. Because I think our offense, all we would need is a field goal, keep in mind. I think even with like a minute on the clock, we could drive down the field. So maybe if you're the Colts, try to score quick. Just so you can hope to get the ball back. Because I don't trust Indy's defense to get a stop. So if I'm the Colts, I try to score quickly to make sure I can get the ball back. Says, oh crap, I've been found out. Did he miss it? No way. Wow, that's sad. That guy's going to be the most wanted person. They're going to have a list of players wanted on the campus, and it's just going to be a list of him. He's the most hated player in the country right now. Other than Ben Simmons. That's embarrassing. He's 0 for 3 on field goals. Jesus Christ, he sucks. I could kick better than that guy. Oh my goodness. Have yourself a day, kicker. Uh-oh, 4th and goal at the 4. Colts go no huddle. This might be the game. Eddie has time. Eddie has a lot of time. He has too much time. End zone is picked off again! This one might be the ball game. Nope, the lineman will catch him. But Xavier Cheeks picks off the pass, and this game looks like it might be over. Eddie had probably about 10 seconds. He could have made a peanut butter jelly sandwich in that pocket. So it looks like the Diablos might be headed back to the big game if we can get a first down or two. So Eddie Small does not come up big in the most important game of his career. Now, thankfully for his sake, the MVP award is a regular season honor. Keep that in mind. Second and 8, back to Dalvin. First down officially ends it at this point. And now that'll make it a 3rd and 4 for a shot in the OFL ball. Who's going to stay in Cancun? Will it be the Diablos or the Colts? Back to Dalvin, and Costigan stops him. Okay, so the Colts are going to have a little bit under a minute and no timeouts to drive down the field and get the score. They need a touchdown, keep in mind. Oh boy, my heart is racing right now. They're going to need 80 yards in 55 seconds. So the defense comes up clutch. But now they need the offense. They need Eddie Small to look like an MVP. Small has not had a great game today. But he can reverse all the issues right here. And that's not a good start because they gained 2 yards and did not go out of bounds. A flying start for the Indianapolis Colts offense. 2nd and 8. Yeah, Indy looks like they're just about done. Xavier Cheeks, 2 sacks and a go-ahead pick. What a game. 3rd and 16. Eddie with a strike downfield. Yeah, they're not going to be able to run another play. That's going to be the game. And the Mexico City Diablos are going to their 2nd OFL Bowl in team history. They won their first one 3 seasons ago. Made the playoffs 2 consecutive years. But did we win a playoff game either year? I don't think so. I don't think we won a playoff game either season. Huh. There you go. Well, the Diablos have won 2 here. They beat the Raiders last week. After being down 21-3 in that game, keep in mind. And now we beat the Colts. So the Diablos will be facing off against either the Bucks or the Caps. GG, Apple. Phil Chippendale was pretty good. Eddie Small wasn't awful, but for his standards, not great. The run game was blah for both teams. Tyrone Gordon played really well. He was probably the best player on the field today. He was outstanding. Big game for Costigan. Devin White was really good. Xavier Cheeks was really good as well. So now it's time for the NFC game. Heads never fails. Except, like, all the time. Although, coin flips don't matter in college football. In overtime. They really don't, because both teams get the ball regardless. So, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. That's going to be the Caps. So, Jax gets to pick his jerseys. You would have won if your O-line was... Don't you only have one O-lineman injured, though? Maybe you would have won if Barkley wasn't injured. I think Barkley is a bigger loss than... No, your offensive line is healthy. It's just Barkley. So your offensive line was good. Oh, we get to pick. All right, which jerseys do we want? Do we want to wear puke or do we want to wear their home jerseys? I would prefer not to wear puke. Please. So we can go with this. We could also go with this. This is cool. Or we could go with this abomination. Yeah, no, this just this. I really like the blue pants, but it just does not go with a white jersey. I mean, these colors just don't go together. Well, it's not that the colors don't go together, but like, I don't know. There's just something off. Baylor won. Jeez, what? What's up with Iowa State? Puke, all blue. I vote for all blue, too. I don't like puke. Actually, is the real puke the all white? No, the all white's fine. It's just the white tops and blue pants. Yeah, we want the all blue. Jax isn't luckier than me. I'm probably still number 1. Although I think Madden generally likes Jax, at least in comparison to most people. Because he's made the playoffs, I think, every year that he's been a coach. So he would certainly be in the liked tier. I'm a 95. Yeah, I mean, him being an 85 overall, I see what you're saying. But they have a lot of elite players at key positions. Except for running back. Although Malcolm Tremblay, the short king himself, he's elite. Could we have a Phil Chippendale, Riley Painter Super Bowl? Probably the 2 best QB prospects to enter this series. Right? I mean, you could argue Javi Beretta. Wait, why am I simming? What the hell? Why did I just sim? Okay, we can quit and restart. Why did I instinctively go to fast mode? What is wrong with me? We can just quit the game. There's no score. We can just quit. It's not like... There. Why did I do that? I was just not thinking. Clearly. I just didn't think to change it. Okay. Let's try this again. Take 2. We want blue pants. There we go. Okay, now we're good. His 85 overall team got its ding-dong sucked by EA. I mean, it's an 85. They're only an 85, but I feel like they're better than that. I feel like their roster is one of the best in the league. So, The Cardinals and Thunderbirds do have better rosters, so those two teams had no business being as bad as they were. Although EA likes to have the Thunderbirds do bad. And then Arizona's was just weird. I don't know how they finished 7-9. That just didn't make sense. Okay, we're going to put it on slow, not fast. We're going to put it on slow. There we go. Okay, now we're good. So the Bucks are going to start on offense. We will get to see Jordan Love. And the crew, the Bucks beat the Packers last week in a fairly close game. Green Bay stood tough. Have we ever had a 1 seed versus 1 seed Super Bowl this year? Or OFL Bowl? I don't think so. Well, 1 year unit. I feel like, I mean, I like that Madden's sim is spontaneous. I get what you're saying, that it can be too unpredictable. But I almost feel like it's better that it's unpredictable than predictable. Like, I feel like it being unpredictable makes it kind of fun, even though it can also be a pain in the rear end. I'm still triggered that Chidobe is hurt. We need some Chidobe Awuzie in these playoffs. Imagine had the Niners actually beaten the Caps. We'd have a Niners-Bucks NFC Championship game. Like, what? The AFC Championship game would be the de facto OFL Bowl, right? Although nobody expected the Bucks to beat Jacksonville a couple years ago, and they did. 3rd and 2, he looks like he barely got it. I often forget this team is Fletcher Cox, but they do. Bucks are really trying to run the ball early, and I guess it's kind of worked. Unpredictable makes it where good rosters get punished and bad rosters get rewarded. I mean, that's true. I don't like that it's too unpredictable, but it also does make things interesting. Like, if we knew how good everybody was going to be at the beginning of the year, like, it's not worth watching. So the fact that it's unpredictable makes things interesting. It's just that it comes at the detriment of teams that deserve to be rewarded not being rewarded, and vice versa. Man, these guys are really running the ball. This is a pass-first team, even though they have like 2 receivers on their roster. I think they actually have 3. I don't think it's 2. But I don't think they have... I think they literally have no depth. Another nice gain for Carson, the former, I guess, Thunderbird and Texan, right? That's where he was before the Bucks. Got pounded on that play. Is that Roquan? I'm pretty sure that's Roquan. Third and 7, a strike from Jordan Love to the 20. Like, the Thunderbirds should have been a constant OFL Bowl for. I agree. I think Toronto kind of got screwed. And it's not like the division was good. The NFC North was a train wreck. So, maybe Madden just doesn't like Norris Doris. What a throw. For a Robert Woods touchdown. So the Bucks are going to get on the board first. They had that 1-12-4 season, then barely had to squeeze into the playoffs after that. Every year, it's the same thing with Toronto. Watch, rinse, repeat. They suck the first, like, 4 or 5 weeks. The season looks like it's over. Then they go on a magical run. Then they limp their way into the playoffs. Somebody gets hurt. And they lose in one of the first 2 rounds. That's Toronto Thunderbird football in a nutshell. And a lot of the times they lose in stupid ways. You guys remember that Hail Mary against the Cardinals a few years ago? Yeah, that was fun. Miss your starting level corners. I mean, at least Trent Boyd is still there. But I guess having one good corner isn't always enough. So here is Riley Painter, who also had an MVP level season. His main competition for the MVP award is now out of the playoffs. Again, it is a regular season award, but can Painter bring his team to the OFL Bowl? This would be the type of game that Riley Painter loses. I'd like to see the Caps win because I think us and the Caps are the two best teams of the league. I think that'd be the best possible game. But this would be the type of game that Riley Painter loses. Third and 2. Why do I feel like you're going to run it? Handoff for Todd, and he is stuffed. Patrick Queen brings him down. T-Bird should have been runaway winners of the NFC North. I mean, I feel like with, unpredictability and spontaneous, they probably shouldn't have won it all 4 years, but they probably should have won it at least, been runaway winners at least 3 times. I would say that. Go for it. They had it at the 30. That's no. That'd be dumb. That'd be big dumb. If they don't get it, they are yikes. Oh, it's picked off. So you see, that's why they shouldn't have gone for it. Roquan Smith with the interception, and the Caps are right back in this game. If they went for it, that never would have happened. Not a good start for Todd, though. He's lost yards on both carries. That time by Mike Hilton. There's Stephon Diggs fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Bucs. That's Cam Newton. The question is, was he down, though? Yep, he wasn't down. He was down. I cannot speak English. Whenever there's a booth review and a fumble, he's down. Yep, that left knee is down. So that fumble is going to be reversed, and the Caps will keep the ball. A massive break for Columbus. I don't think I've ever seen a fumble where there's a booth review and it's actually a fumble in this game. Like, I swear. That's just how Madden works. 3rd and 5. Nice throw out to... Who's this gentleman? Is that Oldham? Yep.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And that'll conclude the first quarter. Good start for the Bucs. They got a touchdown. But the Caps are getting close to the end zone after a huge Roquan Smith INT. And Todd goes backwards again. It ain't even Todd's fault. Oh, they gave him positive yardage. How is that positive yardage? He was tackled at like the 18. How does that make sense? Hold on, I got to see that play again. He was tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He clearly lost like 2 yards. How is he at the 15? If it wasn't a hit stick animation, it's not a fumble. I mean, that's not always... For the most part, you're right. But at least if you're using a defender, if you press square when you tackle them, you try to make an effort to rip the ball out, which makes it more likely of a fumble, but it also makes it less likely that you complete the tackle. So it is possible to do it without a hit stick, but I don't know how often the CPU does it without getting hit sticks, so you're probably right. Ooh, NC State scored, yay. Actually, not yay, because I want DJ to win. Actually, I should want DJ to get used to losing, because he's probably going to do it a lot in the NFL. Oh, Lord, look at that Auburn game. They have it at the 11, down by 5 a minute.
At their own 25-yard line.
I see Bo Nix is having quite the strong performance. They really could have had Malik Willis right now. Would Auburn be a title contender with Malik Willis? Maybe. Maybe. Oh my, NC State's kicker actually made the kick. I don't believe it. What a shock.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I would not have expected that. In the context, yes, in the context of the OFL, or if it's like the sim using the defender, you're probably right.
The handoff to Chris Carson. Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
3rd and 8. Big pass from Love. That'll be a first down for the Buccos.
Complete to Robert Woods.
Arkansas officially won.
It's a gain of 17
There you go. Hogs is going to be your secondary team. Well, I mean, if you want to get disappointed, go ahead. Although, good for Arkansas. Oh, it's a fumble! That ball's on the ground for an awfully long time, and Columbus picks it up. That did not look like a hit stick, though, so we'll see if it gets challenged, a.k.a. reversed. Yep, there you go. Yeah, that was definitely not a hit stick. Yeah, he's down. Every time. I mean, at least the game gets it right, whether it's a fumble or not, to be fair. It's just that they do it in the most scripted ways. These corners will be my downfall. I mean, other than Boyett, I guess. Speaking of Boyett, he probably should have intercepted that pass. That was right in his hands. Or was that McKinney? I don't know. That might have been McKinney. Oh, wait, no. McKinney's not on this team anymore, is he? Is he? I don't remember. He was he on the Ravens at one point? We had... No, yeah, no. He is on this team. Okay, because I traded him to Baltimore. Okay, yeah, no. McKinney is on this team. Okay. Because I got Xavier Cheeks in that deal, which I guess kind of worked out considering how Xavier Cheeks played today. The Bucks are moving it nicely. They now have it at the 30.
Complete to number 83. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buccaneers. Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
NC State tutty. Are they going to miss the kick?
It's a pickup of 3.
I'm sure NC State can't wait for the third overtime where they don't have to worry about their kicker because they can go for 2.
Love's pass. Complete to Robert Woods. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
It's the second, so he still has to kick it. Dear Lord. Once we get into the next overtime, then NC State's going to be a lot luckier.
Chris Carson on the carry.
The Bucs have taken a lot of time on this drive. They are wearing down. I did not mean to press circle. They are wearing down this defense. That should have been intercepted. Roquan Smith had it right in his hands. That would have been his second pick of the game.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier, brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it's 3rd down.
Ooh, I don't think he got it.
Love's pass.
Nope.
Complete to Chris Carson.
Do you go for it or do you take the points?
But it brings up
This is the NFC Championship game. I'm sorry, you got to go. That's a bad call. That is a bad call by the Bucs. It's still a one-possession game, regardless if the kick is made or not, which it will be. This is the NFC Championship, and you're the underdog. You got to go for it. Wait, they have to go for 2 after the touchdown the second. Was that a new rule for this year? I feel like I remember that being a new rule this year. Yeah, I guess you're right. I forgot that was a rule. I thought it was still the third overtime, but now that you say that, I'm pretty sure you're right.
At their own 26-yard line. Let's go. 59 mark, check. Let's pick it up. It's out. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Todd Gurley now no longer is negative yardage. Ooh, NC State missed it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So all Clemson needs is a touchdown and then a QB sneak for 2 because DJ Uiagalelei is a giant. 2nd and 8. Painter is sacked. Uh-oh. Columbus's offense has not really been able to get anything going in this game. They're probably just going to run the ball, aren't they? Malcolm Tremblay's in, so maybe not. Okay, they do. Oh, it's a fumble! Malcolm Tremblay fumbled it in a watch game. We've been waiting for this, and it finally happened. That 1 carrying rating really comes in handy, doesn't it? That was clean out, too. They can't review that. That ball was flying out of his hands. You gotta look at that again. Oh, yeah, he was like trying to hurdle the defender. And the Bucs will score on the very next play. It's Mike Williams, who had 3 touchdowns a week ago. And the Buccaneers are up 17-3. Who would have expected that? How many? This is the first fumble that's actually counted. Believe it or not. We had the 2 that were reversed. So technically 3, but this is the first one that's actually, like, counted. It was. There's still time in this first half, and remember, you guys do start the second half with the ball. So this game is far from over. Yeah, I know, that fumble was nuts! I kind of want to see it through a close-up replay. I saw it in real time, and I saw it on, like, my stream that's, like, a little bit delayed. Yeah, we got to see that again. I think he was trying to hurdle the the touchdown? I thought you meant the fumble. Yeah, the touchdown, it looked like he, like, reached over. Okay, so he mossed 2 guys and somehow scored. Yeah, that is crazy. I didn't even notice he mossed the defender. I just saw that he, like, reached over. That was pretty unreal. Let's see the fumble again. Where's the fumble? There we go. Was he hurdling? He hurdled his own player. And then 59, Patrick Queen forced it out. But yeah, I didn't realize that touchdown was so cool, but you're kind of right. Mike Williams has probably been the best player in the entire playoffs so far. With how good he was last week in that play, he's arguably been the best player in the entire playoffs. I forgot. Yes, but that was a while ago. I knew he had it. I knew it happened once. I didn't remember exactly the circumstance. I guess it was against Bobby Wagner. But still, I mean, we have not seen one in what feels like ages. 59 seconds from the 29. They don't want to give the Bucs too much time with the ball back. As Painter is sacked again, the Caps' offensive line has been, well, not very good today. Second and 16. Painter nearly sacked again. Instead, he's nearly intercepted. Clemson lost Did they just not score? So no one in the ACC is going to make the playoffs, huh? Yeah, they just didn't score. Nice throw by Riley on 3rd and like 16.
First down and 10 yards to go.
NC State had the ball for 42 minutes. Good Lord. NC State had the ball for like 70% of the game. Poor DJ. He deserves better. Free him. Send him to a place like Detroit, where he actually can have an offensive line. Nice touchdown for Diggs. And Caps are back in it.
The kicker on for the extra point. The kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Caps 10.
Yeah, the Bucs aren't going to have enough time to do anything. Although Jordan Love, guy has a cannon.
25-yard line.
No DJ slander is welcome. Better than CJ Stroud, better than Kyle McCord, better than Quinn Ewers. Better than Talia. This reminds me of the OFL, but in a way. The OFL Bowl last year was weird. Like, both offenses were kind of good. Both defenses were, like, kind of good.
At the 34-yard line.
First half in the books. The Bucs are currently upsetting the Columbus Caps 17-10. Still a lot of time to go.
Caps 10.
And the Caps do start the ball. They have 1 rushing yard. Oh my goodness. We thought the Colts' 5 passing yards was bad. They have 1 rushing yard. You are out of your mind. Yeah, I don't think so. I would say he's better than Talia, and I think 95% of the college football viewing population would probably agree. Has he been better this year? I guess probably not. We don't need to see highlights game. So the Caps finally had a good drive. They finally scored a touchdown. Because I never said he was better than Talia this year. But in general, I think DJ is still a better player. How about this? I think how about 90% of the college football viewing population who knows enough about Clemson and enough about Maryland, if they were to pick who they want at quarterback the rest of the year, if they're trying to win a championship, they'd be wise to pick DJ. Stop running the ball. As he says that, Malcolm Tremblay gets a nice run. In which he actually held on to the ball. That's like the first good run play all day for them. So I do agree that they probably should... Yeah, there you go. They lost like a yard. I thought they lost more. But they shouldn't cut out the run game, but the Caps should probably like pass like a lot. That would be wise. That's practically a run. And just like a lot of their runs, it loses them yards.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. Painter under pressure. He's going to go for a check down. I thought he was going to have like a one of those animations where he looks like he's about to launch a bomb.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Holy smokes, I didn't realize Sussy Baca was that big. That guy is a tank! I knew he was, like, super big. Isn't he, like, 7 foot, 400 pounds? He looks like he's 400 pounds.
The ball carried by number 28. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Here, let me see his size. Is it 7 foot, 400 pounds? 7 foot, 400 pounds. There you go.
Complete to Mike Williams. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Ooh, nice little spin move by Robert Woods. Nice play.
Love's pass. Complete to Robert Woods. A gain of 12. First down, Tampa Bay.
Back to Carson. Does not get much.
On the carry. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the
Even if the Bucks can just, like, chew some clock, just get a field goal, that'd be a big deal for them. So as long as they play this smart, they can stay in the driver's seat for probably most of the rest of this game. Or, I mean, if the pass rushers can be like that, shoot, you can launch bombs all day.
Love's pass. Complete to Robert Woods. A gain of 26 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
Who is for strong safety? I'm not sure. Because McKinney's for free safety.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't remember who this... It looks like they have two superstars back there. I know it was Marcus May, but he was in the Xavier McKinney trade.
7 at the 30-yard line.
Is it like... Isn't it... Doesn't Adrian Phillips have superstar on this team? It might be him.
Love's pass.
It might be him. Or else there's some... maybe there's probably someone I'm forgetting.
17 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Oh, it's a fumble! And it's picked up by Roquan! And he's going to take it to the house if this play stands. We are going to be tied at 17. The fumbles in this game have gone wild. Yeah, looking at my stream, that ball was clean out. There's no shot they reverse that. That's a fumble and a half. Wow. Columbus is back in the ball game.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 17.
TJ Watt, you can have my firstborn. Now, the Bucks still have the ball, but that's kind of the big deal. So it looks like we're going to have ourselves a game with, I guess, 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Because that's how math works, I think. Bucks are still really trying to run the ball. It worked early. Not really as much now.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Yeah, they are going to live and die by running the ball. Nothing like playing Akron under the lights.
He was brought down at the 26.
Good for Akron.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Actually, not really, because now they get to play on like on more of a national stage. So that's how they're going to lose by 50.
Ryan Winslow in punt formation.
Caps force for punt, and they have all the momentum in this game. This one looked like the Bucks had it in the bag. They were up, what, 17-3 at one point? Jax pulled off an RSV and said, GG, this game's over. And now it's kind of not.
Number 30, Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
That'll do it for the third quarter. A scoop and score for the Columbus Caps will tie it up at 17. We've had two pretty good conference championship games. I've got to say, we've been treated to two good matchups. Neither of them have disappointed. If we keep giving the ball to Gurley, it is. I guess that's fair enough. You guys have 18 rushing yards in this second half, though, to put you at 19 total. Outside of the sacks, Riley Painter has thrown the ball quite well tonight. He's taken a few too many hits, but as a passer, I've got to say, he's been quite good. Back to Todd. He gets 2. That is more than his average, which is less than 1 yard per carry. I don't think that's too hot, is it? Another run for Gurley and another gain of not much.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, hey, there's a nice run from Todd. They are now in field goal range. Austin Hooper is hurt, though, and Hooper has kind of been playing good today. That's not too good. Dude's got 0 ball carrier vision. He had more than 0 on that play. You know who the backup is? Well, it's somebody who's probably worse than Hooper. I guess there's only one way to find out. Third and 9. Painter with a strike for Stephon Diggs in the end zone. That's a touchdown. What a dart from Riley Painter. That'll put the Caps up 6. Likely 7, because Enzo don't miss. The Caps are on a 21-0 run. It do be the Maryland Boyd. Now there's still, wow, there's only 5 minutes? I thought there was more. Well, 5 minutes is still enough time for the Bucs to score. Although Tampa Bay has not looked good in the second half, but this play could change that, or not. Should have been picked. Okay, there's a nice first down. You guys have dropped a ton of picks today. Like at least 3, I think. Well, this time, okay. Over to Robert Woods. Bucs already have it at 40. Really nice catch. Again, I think that's Robert Woods. So Tampa Bay is moving down the field without any issues. Now it's just a matter of if they can score. If they can punch it in. Now the Bucs have it at the 8. As good as the last game was, this game's probably even better. Love to tie it. It's a touchdown for Robert Woods. 24-24. With 3 minutes and 4 seconds left. What a day for Robert Woods. He has like 9 catches, like a $130 and 2 touchdowns.
The kick is good. That ties the game 24-24.
So here returns Riley Painter, who's had a really good day with the biggest drive of his life. There's a good start for Todd. He actually gets kind of a nice run. It's been a far better fourth quarter for Gurley than the other 3 quarters. They'd actually figured out how to run the ball, and time really is not an issue yet. Painter floats it up, it's picked! Oh my goodness. C.J. Henderson with the interception. Wow! And somebody's hurt. Who got injured? Hello, anyone? One of the Bucks, I guess, linebackers. What's good, Pokemon? You came at a pretty good time because this game is nuts. Bucks just forced a turnover with 2:23. Second and 2, another first down for Tampa Bay.
Number 28, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Tampa Bay.
Whenever I enter, it always happens. If we could catch an interception, you'd be, I mean, you guys did catch one, to be fair. If the Caps lose, Wentz is better. I mean, Wentz already lost, though. They didn't even win a playoff game. Oh my goodness, he caught that. I thought that was an interception. Robert Woods just lost like 3 dudes. Yeah, those Chidobe and Xavier Howard injuries have kind of bit them in the rear end. Yeah, he literally lost 3 dudes. Holy smokes. Bucks should try to chew clock as much as they can. Could we be going to overtime? That's possible. The Caps already won a playoff game in overtime this year. Last week against the Niners. The Caps should let them score. Yeah. I don't know why the running back chose to get the touchdown, Chris Carson. So the Bucks do take the lead. 1:11 and 2 timeouts. That's enough time. That's enough time.
His kick is good. Makes the score. Buccaneers.
Bucks wide receivers and mossing multiple dudes. Yeah, Mike Williams already did it earlier. This is the same team who did not have any receivers going into the year. Mike Williams and Robert Woods were signed by the CPU at the beginning of a preseason. And now they've been the 2 best players on the field in the NFC Champion. Well, I guess Mike Williams hasn't been all that good today, but he was outstanding last week. Mike Williams carried them last week. Robert Woods carried them this week. These guys were signed in the we all could have signed them, and we chose not to. We chose not to in the offseason, and we chose not to at the beginning of the preseason. And right now, they are making us look stupid. Well, maybe not my team, because we're kind of in the OFL Bowl, and they wouldn't have played for us. But they're making everybody else look stupid.
Number 85, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
But the Caps are not out of this game. They still have time. If Painter's going to be throwing checkdowns, we're not going to have much time. They're forced to use a timeout. Cody Boone, I'm pretty sure he's a former Diablo who gets hurt. You couldn't sign. That's true. We can't get mad at you because you couldn't. Would you have if you were the Thunderbirds? No. So I guess we kind of still can. Why are they trying to stay in bounds? This has been an awful drive. Now they're out of timeouts. Yeah, they need a Hail Mary, pretty much. The clock management on this possession has not been good. At all. Painter is going to launch a Hail Mary for the house. No way he caught it! What? The Columbus Caps are going to tie the game. Ricky Seals-Jones just caught a Hail Mary with 7 seconds. I don't believe it. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Riley Painter heaved up a prayer. That was a one-handed catch. He caught that with one hand. What? That was a one-handed catch. That is unbelievable. That is unreal. There is no way Columbus can lose this game now. There's no chance. He caught that with one hand. I think if you look at context, the Alexei Smirnov one is still a little bit better because that was literally their last hope. But that catch itself was probably better than the John Ross one. Reminds you of Smirnov's throw against the Thunderbirds. There you go. We get another excuse to remind Nick. If the Caps win, we'll mention that Hail Mary about 10 times in the OFL Bowl. And we can bring up Smirnov's Hail Mary on like all 10 of those times. So we can remind Nick. Yeah, there's no shot the Caps lose now. No, they can't lose. It's kind of like when last year when the Colts completely choked against the Cougars. Once the Cougars got that stop, we're all like, there's no way Chicago loses. There's no shot. And obviously the Cougars not only went on to win the game, they went on to win the OFL Bowl. Yeah, John Ross just went behind the defense. Smirnov just overthrew everybody, and John Ross was there. This play was like an unbelievable catch. Tails never fails. It's heads. What? The Bucks chose heads, and they got it right. Tails never fails only works 80%. So the Bucks can still drive down the field, get a touchdown, win the game. Wow. The Caps are going back into overtime. The Caps really should not have won either game, if we're being totally honest. San Francisco outplayed them last week. The Bucks have probably outplayed them today. Don't ever say EA doesn't love you. That's true. Jax can't say EA does not love him. The Bucks' last actual drive, they went down the field and scored a touchdown. But if Jordan Love is just going to be throwing it to the grass, that might be an issue. I'm just still in shock by that play. I still don't think there's any way the Caps lose. Unless their defense is going to play like this. Gee whiz. Two passes. What did he do? Did he get picked off, or were they just both bad? It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 47-yard line. We're going to lose because our corners suck. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love has been kind of carving up the defense on this drive. Now, the Caps could still force a turnover. Remember, every Caps watch game, they always get a big turnover at the end to win the game. I'm just saying. Or at least most. Or at least every Caps win that we watch, I should say. Big tackle by Bilal Nichols. The Bucks have just completely forgotten how to run the ball. It's like the Bucks were running the ball well, the Caps weren't, and then the Bucks kind of handed that to Columbus, and now the Caps know how to run it and the Bucks don't. Wow, the Caps were not ready for that screen. Third and 6. Ooh, I thought that was going to be picked. That's a first down, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, he got that. That was close. That was really close. The Bucks are marching, though. Screen pass, he threw way too much to the right, and the next pass he threw to the wide receiver, he was like 15 feet tall.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Quite the start for good old Kyle. Oh boy, 3rd and 1.
Love's pass.
If the Bucks don't get it,
5 yards
we
on
should
the play.
probably... No, I'd probably take the points. Well, they got it, so it doesn't really matter. So this is what it's like to be the observer of the Hail Mary. Yeah, this is what it's like.
Down at the 17-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
Love of the quick throw. That's your ball game. The Bucks are going to win it. Who covered him? Who was supposed to cover Gregory?
83.
There was no safety back there. Blitz? Well, they clearly blitzed, and that was clearly a bad decision. So despite all of the craziness at the end of the game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have upset the Columbus Caps. So we've got a Diablos Bucks Super Bowl. I did not expect that at all going into today. They ran a cover 0. Facts. So despite the Hail Mary, the Caps still find a way to lose the game. They really wasted that Hail Mary, yeah. Both quarterbacks were really good in this game. The run games were The receiving game, Robert Woods was a goddamn animal. Scotty Gregory was the one who caught the game winner. Mike Williams played pretty well. Ricky Seals-Jones, nice amount of yards. Stephon Diggs scores twice. Okay, we've got to see the Hail Mary one more time. Hold on. Can I still see it? Yes, I can. Cool. Okay, so Painter just has no choice but to heave it up. We need it from like right here. Hold on. Yeah, that's literally unreal. He caught that with one hand. That's like the greatest catch ever. Am I wrong? Wow. Well, that's one way to make it to the OFL Bowl. Nearly lose on a Hail Mary. So we'll take a quick look at the Pro Bowl rosters, and then I guess that'll probably be it. Two new injuries. Not that it matters, but who were they? Hooper broke his thumb, and Boone dislocated his hip. Do the Bucks or the Diablos have any injuries? The Bucks have quite a few. And then we have Burger King and Chuma Edoga. Wait, no, Burger King's going to be back. Nice. Alright, let's see who's on the Pro Bowl. We can simcast for Pro Bowl too. Riley Painter, Eddie Small are both the QB1s. That makes sense. We also have Katz, Duvall, Morrison, and DR3. All the running backs are 99 overall except for Kamara, who's a 98. That's kind of funny. Michael Flynn. That's an interesting choice. How did Wally make it? He was awful. How is Wally Witherspoon a Pro Bowler? He sucked. Huh? That does not make any sense to me. So you're literally trying to say. The game has just given it to the highest rated offensive lineman, which I get, but he was so bad. That doesn't make sense. Reggie is a 99? Dang, I did not know that. Who is Faulkner? I have no clue who that is. Alright, interesting group of players. We'll probably do stuff with the DevOps in the long-term sim, I guess. Although I do kind of want to check the quarterbacks. I am curious about that. So the OFL Bowl is a battle between two teams who already have rings, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to have our first multi-time champion. All right, let's see the quarterbacks. Let's see if anyone went up. Looks like Chip didn't. That's not really a surprise. Eddie stayed at Superstar. Why? Boo. Did Tua already have Superstar? Probably. He probably got it last year. Okay. I did not realize he was a 92. Jeez. I don't think anyone went up. Maybe I don't think Baker had Superstar, did he? Okay, so Baker goes up. Katie Katz goes up. That's not really a surprise. Very well deserved. Then the Panthers won once and they lost to us. But they're the only team who's made it twice. Except for now us and... Oh, they had Katie Katz win MVP. I forgot about that. But, yeah, the Panthers were the only team to make it twice until us and the Bucks. Andy Morrison also goes up to Superstar. Again, not really a surprise. Very well deserved. Jimmy already had it. Yeah, Jimmy definitely already had it. Jameis is new. He put up big numbers this year, so that's not really that much of a surprise. Duvall, I don't want Jalen Hurts. I want Duvall. Did Duvall go up? He probably did. No, he did not. All right, interesting. Yeah, I think you've always had Superstar. I mean, we can check, but I don't think you would go up in dev for this year. But we can take a look. I'm pretty sure you've had Superstar. You might have gone up as like a rookie, but you've had Superstar I think for a while. Yeah. But that will conclude today's stream. 2 previous champions back in the big game. We also got to see a Hail Mary, which unfortunately was technically all for naught, but the play itself aesthetically was still cool. So the OFL Bowl is probably going to be sometime, I would say, middle of next week. I think that's probably when you can expect it. And then after that, we will start the long-term sim. I'm not really sure how many seasons I'm going to do per stream in the long-term sim. Maybe we want to do like 3. Because we can take our time. With the scouting update not coming for a little while, we can take our time with the long-term sim, which I'd probably rush. We might as well not go overly fast if we don't need to. So maybe we do like somewhere between 3 and 5 seasons in the long-term sim, and I guess we'll go as far as to where everybody retires. So, yeah, that'll conclude the stream. Hope everybody enjoyed, and we will be back next week for the OFL Bowl.